Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to an episode of Drinks and Things. Today we have a very special episode. We're going to call this Richie's PSA. Richie has things that are annoying the shit out of him, and he's going to tell us what it is.
One thing specifically.
One thing specifically. It kind of rubs you the wrong way.
Very much so.
I also know what that is.
Yes.
And it annoys the shit out of me as well.
We got to talk about
and we're going to dive into it in a couple
This is
seconds.
an educational video for you.
Let's start with a Drinks
And Things shot. It is getting me pumped up that Taylor Swift is playing.
There's Taylor Swift going on in the background.
You found me.
Okay, and we're going to clear for him.
A hookah shoggy,
Drinks and Things, and bottoms up. Richie, why don't you tell us something, what's going on?
Up above is going to be a link to an old Drinks and Things video that we did, and it's grocery store etiquette.
This is extremely important.
It really is, because there is so many things in a grocery store that you need. There are rules you need to follow, unwritten rules. Like baseball has unwritten rules. There's unwritten rules in grocery stores, and there's one specific thing that just drives me crazy.
I can see you getting a little boiled up. I'm just thinking about it.
I'm very boiled up, but I found the way to beat it.
So when you bring us through, what happens when you're in line at the grocery store?
Yeah, this is all about the checkout. There's so many times you go to the grocery store, people in front of you put all their shit on the belt.
Right.
And they do not put the barrier after their order.
Those people should be put in prison.
For real, dude.
They get up there, they put their shit up there, and they just stand there in their pit.
Yeah.
Smug. They stand like this.
How was he? Smoking Eric?
He walked like this.
Those are sociopaths. Like, this is my stuff, and then the person behind me is in charge of putting the barrier in between the orders.
No manners at all.
Zero manners. Because if I'm putting the barrier in front of mine and also behind mine, what message does that send to the person behind me? Like, it's just very confusing.
And also, I will say, you're standing in line, somebody puts their groceries up there, and say, the grocer, this is a classic cashier grocer's thing to do. The little barrier comes through, and what do they always do? They always slide it down. They
that
give
way,
the old shoop.
Yeah, because there's like two. They
And
hit
then
it
you know
to
what
the
that
end.
is? And that's to the next customer to go,
thank you.
here you go.
Yeah.
They're setting you up for victory.
Exactly. But a lot of people don't do that, and it blows my mind every time, and I've found the way to beat it. This is something I've done a handful of times now, and it's uncomfortable. It's a very personal experience to have with the customer in front of you. It's a very one-on-one thing. It's a dominant role, but it's something that everybody needs to do to start the trend, to start the precedent. This is how it needs to go. And I said start the president, not the precedent.
Yeah. You did say start the president.
To become president, you have to do this. If you encounter this at any point in time, this is what you need to do. This is what I've done, and it's worked extremely successfully.
Me and the viewers can't wait to hear this information.
What you do, somebody, an asshole in front of you, puts their order down, the belt moves up. They don't put the little barrier in between. You wait for the belt to move up a little bit more, so you have a little bit of distance before you start putting your own stuff on the belt. You don't reach for that barrier. You just put it on there.
So you put it on there as if it's with their groceries.
Exactly. There's enough space.
It's like this. It's like, here's their stuff, and then I'm going to put my stuff on there with no barrier.
It's not that you're putting it here.
Yeah.
You're putting it here, so there's definitely space for a barrier.
It's going to confuse the cashier when it comes to it.
Yes, but that's the thing.
That's their punishment.
Exactly, because if it gets to the cashier's going to go, is that your stuff? And
they're
the
gonna
person's
go,
going to go, no, it's not mine. So they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
They have to.
And that's where you should go. Should put that barrier, dude.
Like you should have put it down. Once you're done putting your stuff down, you always try to make eye contact during this whole thing.
Very important.
Very important to make some sort of
dominance.
It's a dominant thing.
It's a power move.
I'm not an asshole. I'm not a dickhead. But this is where I draw the line. Like you said earlier, the cashier pushes the barriers down. A barrier's going to come my way sooner or later.
Oh my God!
What do I do once all my stuff is on?
Ignore it.
I grab it and I put it behind mine. So now there's two orders. My order is blocked off.
Yeah.
Their order is not blocked off.
Right.
So they have two options. Either accept their fate of having to tell the cashier that this other order is not mine, or reach over and be so submissive and finally reach in and put the barrier down, which trains them to know this is the rules of grocery store etiquette. This is what you do.
I think that's totally appropriate, dude.
So I'm not doing anything wrong.
We're talking about animals. People who don't belong in society who do things like not put barriers.
Open your mind a little. Wake up. There's other people in the world. I've done this a few times. I've had standoffs. I've done the reach over and eye contact with the people, put it behind my order when their order's already on the belt. They look at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
And when it comes down to it, say it comes to them and they have to go, oh, sorry, he's not a part of my order.
Yeah.
Which is small, but for you, it's a victory.
Oh, it's a huge win.
You know, and it's like,
I had a fucking standoff the other day where I just kind of go like, okay, this is the game you want to play?
You're gonna do
Let's
this,
fucking play
motherfucker?
it. Let's play it. So this guy was oblivious to anybody behind him, in front of him, just a fucking asshole. Second, I put my groceries on the belt. He noticed that I didn't put a barrier down, so he looked back at me like, what is this guy doing? Like, he didn't put the barrier down.
this is obscure.
Like, why didn't he put the barrier in front of his order? That's not what you do. He's looking at me. I reach, grab. He thinks I'm going in front of my order. I go behind, and his fucking brain exploded. He looked at me like, and he had no choice. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
His goal was not to barrier his order, but he had no choice but to do it. And that's what people need to do. That's just grocery store etiquette.
Those are life rules.
Absolutely.
Certain stuff that you aren't taught in school, you learn from living. And it's stuff you learn as you grow older.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Lessons.
teaching these people life
These
lessons.
are fucking life lessons, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't agree more. And I appreciate and I thank you for bringing this to the attention of
Millions.
me and the millions of viewers that are watching.
Thank you for watching this episode of Drinks and Things. I hope you learned something, and I hope this gave you the strength to stand up for what is right in this world. Until next episode,
You slim.
you sleep like a King Kong, like a dumb. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to this channel down below. Open the description. Follow all the links there. We put out content weekly. It's fun. It's entertaining. Comment because we want to hear what you think. And we might use your ideas in videos. We want to talk with you. Follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe. And until next time,
Catch you on the flip side. Did that work?
it was bad, but we'll use it. Cheers.
A flippity flap.
Dude, our fucking knees get tangled
Every single time
up. I think I'm getting a
That's it.
cut from that.
we're getting indents in our knees.